Hey, good to see you again. The factory sent over the parts that were looking good on the rig. They're being fitted as we speak. Have a look at the report.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're covering the Chinese Grand Prix for F1 2016 Career Mode Season 2. And as you can see right now, we've got a new upgrade part going on the car ready for the start of this episode. A reduction in drag. The front end plates have been more effective in reducing drag, so that's awesome to see. Straight line performance will be a little bit better, and overall it should make things a little bit easier in terms of overtaking there. So at the moment you can still see we are the 4th best car heading into the 3rd round of this season. So like I said in the previous episode, we want to maximize all the points we can get early on before everyone else kind of starts catching up and doing development of their own. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now this is qualifying. We'll hopefully see what we can do. I've made some adjustments to the setup just to make myself a little bit more competitive. You guys in the comments have let me know that there might be this theory that the AI, or in particular my teammate, might be making some adjustments to his own setup over the course of this career mode series, and that might explain why he's just that much quicker in qualifying. So I decided to do the same thing, and as you can see here, the end of our first lap here, open the DRS, run up to the line, we set a 1 minute 35.560. Fairly competitive time at the moment. I think it put us in P6 or something like that when I set that lap time. So at the moment, we're looking quite competitive at the end of our first run. Now, heading into the rest of this session, I decided to just go out again straight away, not even worry about going out at the end of the session. I just wanted to get that, I don't know, consistency, or keep that rhythm up. And so I just decided to go straight out again because the track felt really nice. So away we go now. We're 2/10 up already, going through the first few corners there. Turn 1 at China is one of the most awkward corners in the world of Formula 1. I just never feel like I can get it right, but either way we head through turn 5 now, 3rd gear. I normally take that in 2nd, but for this weekend I'm trying to use 3rd, and gave me really nice traction off the exit of that corner. You can see we're still 2/10 up at the moment in P6, just behind Rosberg. So if we can improve by 2 or 3 tenths here, then we might be looking really good for this qualifying session here in China. I believe we are 3 tenths in front of our teammate already, so the pace at this stage of the weekend looks very, very promising. So final couple of corners of our qualifying run now. This is our final set of super soft tyres to utilise. So whatever lap we set now will be our best starting position for the Chinese Grand Prix. Hopefully no one else can improve. But up to the line, we go position 3, inside the top 3, and that's going to be the 2nd row of the grid when we get to the race. Hopefully we can stay there by the time we get to the end of this session. And wow, what an improvement that is over the last race in the Bahrain Grand Prix. I believe Max Verstappen improved right at the death there. Just missed out on pole position. So we start in the Chinese Grand Prix from 4th place. That is unbelievable. It's crazy to think what a few setup changes will do. Really focusing on qualifying. I really wanted to make amends after what happened in the previous episode. And man, this is a perfect way to start this weekend. I just can't wait to get this one started. If we can keep things clean, then we might be on for a big points finish today. So without further ado, let's get into this race for the Chinese Grand Prix.
Hard work, ingenuity and ambition. All things you'll find in abundance amongst the 15 million people of Shanghai over there to our southeast. And we've got plenty of that here on the grid as well. 20,000 horsepower, give or take, chomping at the bit to be unleashed for the Chinese Grand Prix.
We're in a very good position today. Let's see if we can do even better in the race.
So here we are on the grid of China. Traditionally, one of my weaker tracks on the calendar, but as of late, through F1 Championship Edition last season, we did a really good race there as well. So maybe the tides are turning for me at this racetrack, but we'll have to wait and see. Race strategy looks like it's a 3-stop, starting on the super soft tyres, going to the softs very quickly, very early on in the race, and then finishing on the medium tyres. So this should be a very interesting race, starting from P4. Normally we have to do we have to put in some really good performances from outside the top 10. But today, we start very, very close to the front of this grid. Away we go for this Chinese Grand Prix, and that start is absolutely perfect. We lead by the end of turn 1. We don't even get to turn 1, and we're leading this race. How unbelievable is that? We lead from Verstappen, Ricciardo. We've got Raikkonen there down in P4 as well. So absolutely dream start, and it's come at the perfect time. We now lead this race, and we're absolutely in control. We can settle things down into our rhythm, kind of maybe back up the guys behind us. We'll have to wait and see how our natural car pace is. Maybe we could pull away. Who knows? Because our race pace is always better than our qualifying performances. Especially when you factor in tyre wear and, you know, looking after the tyres. I feel like I'm one of the best in terms of looking after my tyres versus the rest of the grid in terms of the AI. So we'll have to wait and see how the strategy goes. Speaking of that, the engineer proposed a new one to me to stop on the very next lap. Kind of distracted me a little bit, and Verstappen got in front of me. But once again, we take back that lead just as quickly as what we lost it there. So yeah, back into P1. You can see the Red Bulls are getting absolutely monstered by Sebastian Vettel at the moment. And yeah, they're having to do a lot of defending, which is playing into my favour a little bit. Somehow Raikkonen got into P2 just one lap later, so it's an absolute cluster back there when you've got slipstreaming on offer and the DRS wasn't coming into effect until that moment. So lap 4 now, DRS has been enabled, and now here comes Raikkonen up my inside, having a look at trying to take the lead off me. Doesn't manage to succeed in that attempt there. But lap 4 now, we're coming in for our pit stop. We're coming in actually one lap later than a lot of the leaders made their stops. I just thought lap 3, it's way too early to come in for a pit stop. It would have been a really busy pit lane, and then I would have rejoined in a lot of traffic. So I thought it would be more beneficial to stretch out the life of the super softs, just that one extra lap, because we will have less traffic. We can run our own race in clean air. We were leading, of course, and we'll have fresher tyres for the rest of the race. So I think overall, stopping on lap 4 was the much better choice. And as you can see, as we rejoin on the track, Raikkonen is still behind us. So we've absolutely gained from that, and that's definitely going to help us in terms of flexibility for strategy later on in this race. So watch out for that. So lap 7 now, you can see we're in P11 at the moment. A lot of cars who started on the soft compound tyres are still yet to make their stops. So we may encounter traffic a little later. Someone's lost their engine there as they pull off to the escape road. I think it was Felipe Nasr. But don't quote me on that. We have a safety car now on lap 7 of this Chinese Grand Prix. And that changes things. Because, engineer, can you please... Every single time that the safety car comes out, you just get, you know, ambushed with speech from the engineer. Like I was going to say, I was really contemplating coming into the pits and changing up the strategy, but I thought, no, I'll stick to my guns here. What I'm going to do is I'll switch to a 2-stop. I'll stay out on my current set of soft compound tyres and run a long way into this race, and then switch straight onto mediums to run to the rest of this race. That's how I think I'm going to approach this race, because, I don't know, we only just put on this soft compounder tyres. It'd feel like a waste if we just came in straight away after another 3 laps. So that was my thinking. We still lead this race. It's always beneficial to be running in clean air. We can control the race as we were once again. We've got Raikkonen behind us, who didn't manage to, opt to stop in that stint of the race. So he's going to be pretty dangerous. He is on the medium compound tyres. So Raikkonen as well has, I think is gonna benefit in this race quite substantially. But away we go now. I was backing up the pack quite a lot as the safety car was making its way back into the pit lane, and then I think I picked the perfect opportunity to just launch and just go build a gap as the race got back underway. So through the final corner now, you can see the gap back to Raikkonen. It's like 3 or 4 seconds, so it's an absolutely perfect restart. We've just been controlling this race to absolute perfection, I'd say. You know, we got to the lead so well. We've driven smart, we haven't pushed too hard, and now we have a sizable lead as Verstappen is now attacking Kimi Raikkonen. My teammate Pascal Wehrlein is also getting stuck into things with the guys inside the top 5, I might add. But unfortunately, Pascal has just made his way into the pit lane there at the end of that lap. So Pascal unfortunately didn't make the best of strategy calls.
We shouldn't see any rain, but if a storm front does appear, then we'll let you know.
yeah, Pascal did make the best of strategy calls there, so he's going to be down the order quite a lot, unfortunately. I was just checking with the engineer about the chance of rain, because the clouds really have come into the forefront of the skyline here, so I didn't want to, be caught out, in case there was rain coming later on in the race. But, since there is a lot of cloud cover, there's the threat of rain, and the track is going to be cooler. It's just going to aid me in stretching out these tyres just a little bit longer, because the tyres won't get as hot. But either way, this is lap 15 now. I believe I'm going to be coming into the pits at the end of this lap. We've only stretched this out one lap longer than the edge of our pit window, so I think we should be fine here. But Raikkonen is really attacking us here. Our tyres are at 78%. We're touching wheels here, side pods on the back straight here, as we make our way into the pit lane. So we've got to find a way around Raikkonen, because we're going to be diving into the pits at the end of this straight here, and hopefully he doesn't turn the corner, or hopefully we can just clear him and we don't crash. But no, Raikkonen comes in as well, so it's going to be a battle into the pit lane. I think we've just won that there, so we maintain the lead coming into the pits, and we've got a right rear tyre puncture at the same time. So coming into the pits, we timed that again to absolute perfection, a puncture, just as we were coming in. So you could not stretch those tyres absolutely any longer than what I did just there. Wow, what a race this is turning into. Onto the medium tyres, and Raikkonen has jumped us in the pits. Unfortunately, there is always a slower stop when you have a puncture on your tyres. So we're in effective second place at the moment, battling, I believe, Jenson Button, who is still yet to make another stop in this race. So the order, as it is at the moment, is Raikkonen, the effective race leader. I'm battling here for second place, for first place essentially, trying to go around the outside to reclaim the lead of this Chinese Grand Prix. What's interesting though, is that Raikkonen has gone back onto medium tyres, so it's going to be an even fight for the rest of this race. I assume that Raikkonen is on the same strategy as I am now, so we've absolutely got to battle this guy and keep him behind us for as long as we can, because we are fighting legitimately for the victory of this Chinese Grand Prix. That's the other Sauber now, Marcus Ericsson, making contact with a Toro Rosso, and that's just so unfortunate. They're out of the race. We've lost both Saubers now, and yeah, it's not happy days for those guys. You just slow it down. Marcus just turned in too early, and he's ruined his own race there. So virtual safety car was called out there for that incident with Marcus Ericsson. Perfect scenario there, because it allows me to back off and save my tyres to run to the end of this race without having the overall order bunched up again. So we rejoin in the action once again. Virtual safety car is called off. Jenson Button somehow gets in front of Kimi Raikkonen, so it's been a bad restart period for him, but it didn't take too long for Raikkonen to get back in front of him. I believe Button actually made his pit stop, and now this is lap 20, so 8 laps to go in this Chinese Grand Prix, and we still lead this race, only just, but Raikkonen really wants to take the lead back here. He's going up the inside. I've gone in slow to the final corner to get a better exit off the final corner, and now we take the lead back with DRS as well, so absolutely, perfect counter move there, and we use that to good effect to take the lead back. Lap 22, you can see Kimi Raikkonen still behind us, Bottas there in third place, but no, Bottas isn't there anymore. He's had a failure of some kind. Yes, it's his engine. He's gone out of this Grand Prix. Wow, we had a Williams there in third place in this race, and now they are absolutely gone. That frees up Lewis Hamilton now to move into the top 3. Once again, Raikkonen making moves, trying to find a way around the outside into that hairpin. He does the same thing again on lap 24. With all this battling that we're doing, it's allowing Lewis Hamilton to catch up behind us, who is on much fresher medium tyres. So, Kimi, you need to play it cool, just stay calm, because if we keep battling at this rate, then neither of us are going to win this race, and Lewis is just going to absolutely storm away with this one. Penultimate lap of this Chinese Grand Prix, and Lewis Hamilton has done just that. He's already caught up to the back of us. I got a really bad run onto the straight there, got up on the curb, got some oversteer, and now it looks like both Raikkonen and Hamilton are going to have a go here into the hairpin. Hamilton takes second place, and then he briefly takes first place as well. We lock up all the tyres there heading into the hairpin, and on the exit we just squirm, oversteer into the path of Hamilton there, literally resting on his car. It's going to be a battle for us through the final corner. I think we took the lead back, but Kimi Räikkönen pulled into the pits there for a new set of tyres, absolutely ruining his race there, stopping on the last lap. But now we've got to focus on our battle with Lewis Hamilton. We still lead this race on the last lap of this race. We're going up the inside of Lewis Hamilton here. We've got to set this up for the final corner, do what we did to Räikkönen, slow in, fast out, and we'll get him through the final corner now on the power early. Are we going to get him up to the line? It's going to be so close. Did we get him? Yes, we did. Wow.
We did it. Good job.
What a race. Honestly, I honestly can't believe what's just transpired in this race. We have won the Chinese Grand Prix, and now Manor has another race win to add to its belt for this F1 2016 Career Mode Series. And to win it in that fashion as well, by finishing at the exact same time as Lewis Hamilton. I don't know how we managed to get the victory over him. When I look back at the footage, it looked like maybe Hamilton was just in front of me, but the game has been kind to us. We've earned our first victory in this F1 2016 Career Mode Championship. Formula Manor. Manor is here, and it's going to be the first of hopefully many victories, and not only this season, but this entire Career Mode series. I don't know what to say. That was just an absolutely crazy race. It gives me, I don't know, flashbacks to Malaysia F1 2013 Season 2, where we just won that race, or another video on my channel where I was doing a backmarker challenge on F1 2015, sorry, and I won Monaco against the Force India, and we finished at the exact same time there as well. But that is absolutely mental. Achievements aplenty, and yeah, we have a victory. That's crazy. It's just like the ultimate way to bounce back after the previous episode in Bahrain, where we had some controversial things go down on the final lap. We've had more controversy here in this Chinese Grand Prix on the last lap as well. Like, this race just changed so much over the course of it. We were battling Räikkönen, the Red Bulls, for the entirety of this race, and then Lewis Hamilton comes out of nowhere and really mounts a serious challenge for the race victory there. But yeah, somehow we managed to come out on top there. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button. I think maybe we could get over 10,000 likes on this video. If we could, that'd be one of my most liked videos. I think the best video I have is like 11,000. Maybe, if you guys are awesome, we could destroy that total. But yeah, that's been this video for today, guys. Manor is now 4th in the Constructors, and in the Drivers' standings, we are looking pretty as well near the top of the standings. So, great way to kick off the rest of the season. Now that all the upgrades are on the car, we need to stay consistent and keep putting in these kind of results, because I said I wanted to challenge the likes of Mercedes in Season 2, and it looks like we might have done that today, so I couldn't be happier with the way that this race has turned out. It really sets us up for the rest of the season, where hopefully we can really challenge the top teams in this F1 2016 Career Mode Championship. That's going to be it for today, guys, the Chinese Grand Prix. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more F1 2016 videos, and until my next one, guys, I'll see you next time.